What's up, world-renowned family? Welcome to episode 2 of Beyond the Velvet Rope podcast, your home for international and luxury real estate training. I am your host, Neil Oates Jr. I want to invite you to connect with us on social media. With Facebook and Instagram, you can do that at World Renowned Real Estate or Neil Oates Speak Train. And on Twitter, you can tweet us at Neil Oates Speak or World Renowned RE. If you're not on social and you would like to send us an email, feel free to do that at neil@worldrenownedrealestate.com. We would love to hear your questions, love to get your input and comments, concerns, and get those addressed right here on the Beyond the Velvet Rope podcast. So we're going to dive right into this episode. And one of the questions that I am asked most frequently is, Neil, what does it take to be proficient or to become an expert or to begin with just thorough in the international or luxury niche when it comes to real estate? And surprisingly, the foundation, the base for success, the answers are the same. Now, this is not an oversimplification, but this is just a foundation of what it requires to be successful. And it comes down to 4 words. Those 4 words are knowledge, action, value, and relationships. Knowledge, action, value, and relationships. So this episode, we're going to dive into, on a shallow level, what each of those mean for you, your success in either the international or the luxury real estate niche, and how we can unpack that a little bit further and make you or help you become successful. So first, knowledge. Understanding that knowledge is key. So we hear that knowledge is power, but I am a firm believer that applied knowledge is power. And when it comes to knowledge, whether international or luxury, we all would agree that the amount of information hitting us and bombarding us is overwhelming. Your challenge is to be able to your challenge is to be able to discern which pieces of information, which pieces of knowledge are important, to gather that, to understand it, and then be able to disseminate that information to your target audience. In international real estate, the international niche, one of the key pieces of knowledge to understand and grasp is the understanding that when it comes to international real estate in the United States, the U.S. is the most diverse market and the fastest growing international real estate market in the world. And that has been increasing, that increase has sustained for the past 6 years, right at about 5% of the volume is happening in real estate is happening from foreign buyers in U.S. residential property. So that's very important. Another piece of knowledge to understand and to grasp, information that you want to have, that you must have for success in the international realm, is that international real estate here in the U.S. is only going to continue to increase for a number of reasons. When we look around and see what's happening outside of our borders, numbers show it, stats, whether it's, political, religious, or just trends, they all point to continued growth for the international product, the international or the foreign buyer here in the U.S. So you want to make sure that you're armed with that knowledge. What does that mean for you if you're looking at the luxury or the affluent niche? Well, a report recently came out, and it was cited by the National Association of Realtors, that a percentage of affluent foreigners is expected to continue to increase at an unforeseen or unexpected rate compared to the past. So that's going to hit 2 target audiences, international and the affluent, and that's going to help you make decisions about the niche that you would like to specialize or target. When it comes to action, what good is knowledge without action? For myself and those other top producing agents in the country or across the world, the great difference between those and your average or mediocre agent is their propensity to take action once they've made their decision, once they're armed with the proper knowledge. What does taking action look like, or what could taking action look like for you as a realtor or real estate professional practitioner in the world of international? Part of it could be identifying the target country or the target niche that you want to specialize in, and then making a newsletter and targeting those. In the affluent world, it could be, what affiliate or strategic partner would you like to connect with? Is there a specific affinity group that you want to target? And once you've made the decision and you're armed with the knowledge, you have to put something into practice so that you can move forward and target those and have action or take action to build those ties, to build that demographic that you're targeting. Value. This is something that we in the United States, I believe personally, that we do a mediocre at best job of, and that is building value and then being able to communicate our value to those we are looking to do business with. Here in the U.S., unlike most other countries around the world, we are very low-tech culture. So we are looking transactionally instead of relationally. So what value can you as a real estate practitioner add to your specific clientele, your desired demographic, or to your colleagues? Because many of your international transactions are going to take place with an international realtor or real estate practitioner who you're going to connect with, not with a B2C or business to consumer transaction. There's going to be another real estate practitioner involved. So what value do you have? Now, don't mistake value for price. We are quick to price cut in our industry, or we don't understand the true meaning of the word value. We think that our value is that we are the cheapest, or our value is that we are available 24/7. But what can you use? What's your value? What's your differentiation factor compared to your colleagues or your competitors? Why would customers, clients, colleagues come to you first and know what they're getting and be willing to bypass everyone else? We touched on the last one. So we've already talked about knowledge, action, value. We touched on the last one, which is relationships, a little bit prior when I was discussing value. But relationships, real estate is still a contact sport. For those who have thrived, not only survived, but thrived in this industry, they understand the key foundation to their business is building lasting, strong, unbreakable relationships in the marketplace. That is absolutely no different than that's no different in the international and luxury spaces. In fact, it is more imperative. It is more vital to your success, both internationally and with the affluent clientele, that you build a relationship first before you expect to do business with any of those segments. As I mentioned, the United States is relatively low when it comes to context, which means that we will seek a transactional relationship instead of relationship building first. This also means that we will give our money, we'll do business with anyone, and speed is more of a factor than getting to know, understand our potential client, our potential customer, seeing things from their point of view. A lot of times we are pushing our information, pushing our product, pushing our services off to someone else instead of seeking to understand what it is they need from us and then adding value through our action of applied knowledge. So that's what we wanted to touch on today. We will dive deeper into those four words, those four different foundations in the coming episodes. Knowledge, action, value, relationships. That's going to do it for episode 2 of Beyond the Velvet Rope. Don't forget to connect with us on social media. That's World Renowned Real Estate or Neil Oates Speak Train on Instagram and Facebook, and on Twitter. Tweet us at Neil Oates Speak or World Renowned RE. And emails come to neil@worldrenownedrealestate.com. Do me a favor. Do something to make someone else's day better today. Be world renowned. So don't be average, be world renowned. Speak to you guys soon. Peace.